Hey guys, Sheri and Richerson from Experimental Homesteader Exotic Gardening, SheriandRicherson.com and buyinyourblogthonbash.com, and welcome to our daily vlog. Today has been very hectic for me. I felt like I had 1,000,001 things to do and not enough time to do them. I thought that Jeff had washed all the water dishes and topped them off for the animals last night, and when I went out this morning to milk Bailey's and let everybody outside, I found out that he had not done that. So getting water to the barn is a bit of walking, a bit of dealing with hose that gets kinks in it really bad, and just not the easiest thing. So I had decided they had enough water, and I was just going to wait till he got home and have him go out and do that. I also had quite a few dishes to do. We ate really late last night, and he normally does up the dishes and had not done that. So in addition to having a lot of sweet corn that needed to be processed and canned, a lot of cucumbers that needed processed and canned, and a few tomatoes that needed processed before they went bad, I had dishes to do, and I really hate waking up in the morning and having a sink full of dishes, or even anything on my stovetop. Because what my normal process is, I get up, I fill the bucket with soapy water, I grab the milk bucket, I grab the keys to the barn, I go outside, I get the door to the goats opened so that they can go outside. I get Bailey's food ready. I put it on the stand. I put Bailey's on the stand. I milk Bailey's. And then while Bailey's finishes eating, I go in and I collect the feed dish from the chickens because we don't want the goats getting into that. I put the feed dish into one of the metal trash cans that holds the feed, so that none of the animals can access that. I let the chickens outside, and by then Bailey's is usually done, so I can turn her outside. I grab everything up, I come inside, I strain and pasteurize the milk, and then I have to go through a 30-minute cycle where the milk sits in the freezer and chills before I can refrigerate it. And then I let the milk set, usually 24 hours, so that the cream comes to the top and I can take the cream off. Because I do separate the cream, so I can make butter or use it in gravy or, whatever I might want to use cream for. So that all together, it takes me a couple hours in the morning. Now, add to that there is kitchen cleanup and dishes to do. So you see where I'm going with this. Anyway, normally while the milk is chilling, I try to scrounge up something for breakfast. We had received some pre-cooked bacon, so what I've been having lately is just bacon sandwiches, because I just put the bacon in the skillet and I heat it up a little bit, and I could throw it on the bread and eat that down. And by then, my milk's ready to go in the refrigerator. So it's quick, it's easy, and it tastes good. Anyway, not on days that I have dishes. On days that I have dishes and kitchen cleanup, I have to try to keep an eye on the milk so it doesn't get too hot while it's pasteurizing. And I have to work on trying to clean up and do the dishes. And while that might not seem like that much, the milk can heat up really quickly, even on a low temperature. Once it hits a certain temperature, it starts to just go. So more than once, I have over pasteurized the milk and had to end up making it into cat food. So anyway, now that we are not milking daily because I'm trying to dry her up, keeping the milk that we do get is really important to us. So, didn't want that to happen this morning. Anyway, so I managed to get the milk pasteurized. I managed to get it cooled. I managed, not to do anything such as overheat it while I managed to get the dishes done. And then I knew I had some corn that needed processed, the tomatoes, of course, and the cucumbers. And I wanted to do the cucumbers first because I wanted to make some pickles. So I started that whole process of heating up the canner, getting the jars cleaned, because I'm still trying to find jars. And I'm still trying to clean out cabinets of some stuff that's been around since about 2010 that really needed to be gotten rid of, and the jars cleaned and sterilized and all that. So I was trying to get all that done and getting kind of frustrated because there are days that it feels like I don't have time to stop and eat. I don't have time to stop and get anything to drink. I don't. So, and I guess I need to back up here a minute because before I started heating up the canner, I had to run out to Joann Fabrics and Crafts because I got an order for a shirt and I needed to go get the shirt. After I got done there, I ran over to Rhoades to see if they had any polyester shirts for the sublimation that I've been doing. And what they had just didn't thrill me. So, I came home with just the one shirt for the order I have. And then I got busy heating the canner up. And I was just feeling very overwhelmed at this point. And so a friend came and she helped me core and cut up the tomatoes, helped me make sauce, and helped me do some of the dishes cleanup after because I love my KitchenAid saucer, but it can be a bit of a pain as far as getting it cleaned up and getting it exactly the way you want it, when you're done, because those little screens, the pieces of tomato, the seed and the pulp, get in those screens and they just jam it up, and you've got to use a brush, and it's a little bit tedious. I mean, it's doable, and it's certainly easier than trying to do it all by hand, but cleanup definitely takes some time, so I really appreciated that help. I got the pickles canned. I did have one jar explode in the canner. This is one reason why used canning jars are great, but sometimes the bottoms pop out of them. Sometimes they crack, different things happen. So sometimes when you use used jars, you can end up losing some of your food. And I lost a jar of pickles today, but, like I said, sometimes it happens that way. Anyway, we got all the tomatoes sauced, and I put the sauce in the refrigerator. It needs to be cooked down. I'm going to cook it down tomorrow. I'm not sure if we're going to have it fresh or if I'm actually going to process it and do something with it. Or I may even freeze it. I don't know that I have freezer room, but, I may check that possibility out. For tonight, it's in the refrigerator, covered up. I did get the turkey out, the leftover turkey that we had, because I'm going to boil that down and make broth and pick that turkey off so I can make a turkey pot pie. I don't know that there's enough to can, but we'll see. We'll see where we're at after I cook it down and see how much meat actually falls off those bones. So, needless to say, the corn is still setting. It did not get processed. I do have it in a really cool area. So, and I still have a few more people that want to come and get some corn. So I guess we're going to see what happens there. If not, tomorrow I will be processing corn. And in other news, someone I know actually put their brand new unused freeze dryer up for sale. I would love to have it, but I don't know that that's going to happen. We're just going to have to wait and see. I don't know that Jeff is going to go for it. And she does have a couple other people interested, so I guess we're going to have to wait and see what happens on that. But, you know, just one of those days. I don't have the shirt that was ordered made yet. I don't know that that's going to happen tonight either, to be truthful with you. I would like it to happen, but Jeff isn't home from work from Domino's yet. We still have to eat something for supper. And I'm just feeling really tired. You know, my friend did help me get the water out to the barn, and so the animals all have, you know, clean dishes and fresh water. We got them put up for the night, and I just may want to sit here and eat my supper and relax tonight instead of doing any more work, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes Jeff gets ready to go to bed and I'm not, and I stay up and craft. So, you know, we're just going to see how it goes. Anyway, guys, please subscribe. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments below. Thanks for watching and have a great night.